All right, Anders KC, you guys are there early. Hold on, let me see if we're live. I just want to make sure we are live, but man, oh, you guys are already there. Let's go. Oh man, I just got back pretty much like an hour and a half ago. And I'm like, oh no man, I gotta finish everything quick. I gotta get on a live stream. I haven't done an update to you guys, or I haven't given you guys an update in a couple days already. So man, I'm definitely excited, and I don't know. I'm gonna feel a little bit rusty though. I'm gonna feel a little bit rusty though, but I'll be here. I'm gonna be here. I think I'm gonna be all right. But I gotta give you guys an update real quick on the portfolio, the performance so far. April only 2 days, but let's see where it goes from here. Let's see where it goes. And what else? The month of March was really bad. I gotta show you guys the performance so far, or how it went in the month of March. So that is something that is just gonna be, oh man, it hurt me. It hurt me. But yeah, what's going on? Anders of Food Course in the chat. I saw you, Anders. Casey also. Good morning, having my coffee and bananas. Wow, you had lunch at 4 o'clock? That kind of day? What? Wow. Yeah, no, I was off. I was off today. I just got back, man. Oh man, we had so much fun. So it was pretty much, and let me see how many of you guys are there. I don't want to miss anybody. There's 8 of you guys there, 5 likes. So don't forget to hit the like button. I'm sure Tim is gonna show up. I'm sure he is gonna show up in a little bit. Hopefully he does. But I was at the Kalahari over in the Poconos, so that was Jay is chomping at the bits. He must have big news. Yeah, we hear you. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm a little bit, think I'm gonna be a little bit rusty today, but we'll go from here. But I'm gonna show you guys the purchases that I made last week. I'm also going to show you the purchase that I made with the credit card points, though, because I also made a purchase with the credit card points. Those credit card points are piling up, man. And I gotta show you in the spreadsheet, little by little. And I know people underestimate the power of the small purchases, of the small fractional purchases, but man, they can definitely compound long term. And that is something that is going on. Eduardo Vargas, dímelo, Eduardo, what's going on? How are you, man? I'm new here. How would you deploy a massive amount of capital, Eduardo Vargas? Ooh, good question. You're new to investing? I don't know. That's just a very broad question. We have to, it's just there's so many details with it. Your age, where you're at investing, what's your knowledge, what's your goal, what's your time horizon, anything like that. What I can tell you is, though, right, if I started investing, and this is not financial advice, I'm just gonna tell you, if I started investing once again, I'll definitely build up a nice foundation with some nice ETFs, some broad ETFs, low cost ETFs, index funds, anything like that, like an S&P 500. I just told a relative of mine who just started a Roth IRA to just start with VOO. I told them, just start with VOO. I think VOO is great. Just build up that foundation. Then later on, I could give you some other tickers that, for you to consider, once you start getting some more knowledge, anything like that. But I think building up a foundation is very, very important in a portfolio. Then after that, you can go after the big hitters, the heavy hitters, like they say in baseball. So, but I think that's very, very important to build up a foundation. This is a very broad question. I can't give you financial advice, but I can tell you something that I would do if I started investing. First of all, did you and the kids have a great time? Yes, Anders. Yes, man. So I was at the Kalahari Resort in the Poconos. I'll show you guys where it is for anyone that doesn't know. We've been there a couple times before, though, so that's how I know. So that's how I know pretty much. And We also have like some cups that we bought from there. So if you buy the cups, every time you go, you get refills for free. So that definitely helped out. But we definitely had a great time because we kind of know the place. This is like the fourth time we've been there. So I went there. We went there Sunday during the day. Sorry, Sunday during the day. We left here in the morning. We got there around lunchtime, I would say, around 12. And nothing. We checked in. We went right into the park, and we just stayed in the park till like what was it, like 6, 7 o'clock? Oh man, Anders, I had so much fun over there. The kids definitely have fun. We ended up so tired. We went out to eat right there, the Kalahari. And I know it is a little bit more expensive, but it's okay. You know what I mean? I gotta every once in a while, and maybe I could have bought some more SCHD with this money, but I also gotta have fun with the family, and it was my second daughter's birthday, so we wanted to do something nice. Well, I wanted to do something nice, but it was definitely great time, great time we had. Every time we go over there, I think we have a great time. All right. Let me see. Eduardo Vargas, my second week here. I binge watch half your videos this past week. Oh, okay. Thank you, Eduardo. Hopefully, you like it, of course. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel, and I am not a one of those day traders that is you're gonna be like, oh wow, hold on, he's investing, $50,000 and he's just like making 75, or anything like that. I'm more of a DCA. Every week I just buy little by little. My favorite ETFs, of course. I have a couple stocks that I like too, so I just been buying those. But that's pretty much my strategy that has been working on, and I was able to build up this portfolio that I'm gonna show you in a few. And this is pretty much like my public portfolio, the one that I showed you guys here. I have other portfolios like a Roth IRA 401k. I don't show those, but I do show this one, the taxable one. All right, let me see what else was going on. KC, hey, Eduardo, I can tell you what I did not advise. 35% into SGOF to be safe. Rest spread out over VTI, SCHD REITs that I invest in. Oh, nice. Jay, I charged 14K on my Fidelity card in March. What? 14K? Wow. You're gonna get a lot of points, Anders. And do you have it, like the same way I have it, which it goes straight into one of your accounts, the points? I definitely, man, that definitely helps out a lot. I'm gonna show you the points. All right, guys, there's 12 of you guys there, only 7 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. That's the only thing I ask for. I don't ask for nothing else. No super chats, no anything, just the like button. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Haven't bought anything in a week. Okay, all right. Let's go UNH. Oh, UNH, the newest addition to SCHD. What I'm guessing is if you're saying Finanzas con Estilo, if you're saying let's go UNH, that means the share price is probably, performing very well. Let me take a look. Let me see. He's not in here. Let's just take a quick look before I show you guys my portfolio update. I'm gonna wait for a few more of you guys, a few more of the usual gang right here. But you can see, wow, it's up 7.7% in the after hours. What's going on? Did they just have an earnings call? Oh no, the earnings date is April 21st. I wonder why. Insurers get 2.5% Medicare Advantage rate increase bigger than earlier flat proposal. Okay. The Trump administration Monday announced a 2.48% payment increase for Medicare Advantage plans for 2027, a much bigger boost than an earlier proposal. Wow. That sounds like a lot of money right there. So, wow, up 7. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this was a great addition for SCHD, especially at current levels where it was at, because I think this company was a bit oversold. It's down 46% right now still in the last year. UNH is such a large company. To get disrupted, it's going to take a lot. So I do believe this company was very oversold, and this was a good opportunity right here. I don't know how many of you guys took the opportunity. Finanzas con Estilo did. So, but, now up 7.7%. It will take time. This is such a large company that it's just going to be, it's just going to take a little bit of time, but I think it will be fine. And if we take a look at the dividends, payout ratio 66%. They have grown their dividend 16 years, 3.1% dividend yield. So you get a nice dividend yield right now. Dividend growth 5.24% too. So looking really good. Looking really good in UNH. All right, let me see. Eduardo Anders. I like SCHD. I have a big 401k and it's down huge. Sold my GT3 and I want to do SPY SCHD. I currently have it in SCOF. Oh, okay. What's going on, Boogie? Let's go. Don't want to buy single stocks. That's good. That's a good approach. That's a good approach. I like that. I like that. KC, MLPI will probably be my next purchase. Nice. What's going on, Tim? Tim is there in the chat. Let's go. Now that Tim is in the chat, I'm going to give you guys an update. Let me see who else is there in the chat. Hey, Tim. Hello, KC. Always good to see you. Yep. What's going on, SMPR? Good evening there. There's almost everybody's here. So, yeah, definitely. I'm going to give you guys an update real quick of the portfolio. Let me see. Hey Jay, we Hispanics don't really invest. You are only one here on YouTube. Oh, okay, all right. No, there's multiple Hispanics people, but I do understand where you're coming from though, Eduardo, because we don't have that financial literacy. Like we don't get thought, and it's not it's not our I wouldn't blame our parents, or I wouldn't blame anybody. I think now with the way the world is becoming with information is now also much more accessible than before. For example, a lot of the things that I just learned and the way I have been growing my portfolio, 401k, Eduardo, which I don't know if you know the story, right? And the guys here know my story already. But the way I learned on investing, a lot of it was here on YouTube, following people like Ryan Williams, Dividend Diplomats, Gen X Dividend Investor, Professor X, man, and I'm forgetting a whole bunch of names, but I got like a whole bunch more names. PPC Ian, who else? Oh man, there's just so many of them that I was able to learn. And one of the things that I did, which it was in my 401k, believe it or not, I had it spread around like into all these different holdings. And some of them were charging me a lot in expense ratios. And I only have like a very small percentage in the S&P. So as soon as I started learning, I remember about the 401k, went in there, changed everything. And it has been a difference, a big difference in my 401k, and it has increased so much more. I was getting charged like a lot in these fees every month from these other holdings that I had in there. But now I have like 85% of it in the S&P 500, and it has been performing very well. It's been doing very well. And yeah, and it's bringing my total portfolio, bringing it up to a very nice total value right now. I did that actually this week, guys. I went ahead and I put all of my holdings in one spreadsheet, and I was very surprised with the total value of my portfolio with the Roth IRA, 401k, the taxable. That was really good. But yes, I know where you're coming from, and it's definitely very important that we learn about financing, finances, our finances and stuff. But I'm here. Any question you have, Eduardo, just ask there in the chat. The guys are also very knowledgeable. Some of them have been investing for like for decades, have other investments like in real estate. None of it is financial advice, but we can just share ideas and opinions, right, on everything. From 7K to 30 plus is impressive. Doing buys here and there. Nice, nice. Are you talking about you or you're talking about my portfolio? Because I did start my videos when I would have like 7K, and then I grew it now to 30 something thousand. Um, and there's 2 vacations, a conference, goes straight into my brokerage. Oh, nice. So 2 vacations and a conference. Wow. Wow, nice. And it goes straight into your man, the points going straight into the brokerage. That's like awesome, which I'm gonna show you guys. I've listed some cards for sale on Twitter and eBay, but haven't sold any for a little bit. Okay, all right. Hopefully you do, man. Hopefully you do. I'm really hoping you do. That's crazy, Anders. Yeah. This is 2 good vacations though. It was one of those with the things going on. Better get my travel tickets bought ASAP. Yeah. You know what, Anders? I was also looking. I wanted to take a quick trip to Florida with the kids, and I know before, like, you could get tickets for like less than $100, and stuff. Or like $100, I think, round trip, maybe something like that, from here to like Florida or something. I just wanted to see what packages they had, and they have gone up a lot. So plane tickets, yeah, they've been going up like crazy. M, what's going on, M? How's your traveling going on? I know you mentioned that when was it? Yesterday, I think it was. So how's the traveling going on? Where you at now? Jay, what one growth stock is a slam dunk for sharp price growth? That's why I like my dividend stocks. I know what I'm getting. What one growth stock is a slam dunk for sharp price growth? Man. So if it's gonna be very difficult to do so with like a company that is already established, that is a very large, that is a very mature company. That's the word I'm looking for. To have like such a sharp price growth, right? I think a lot of those you get them more in the if like in the ones that are coming up now, right? In the companies that are coming up line now, like something like SoFi or like Robinhood. But that's if they do good, though. You take a chance, you take a risk in some of those companies. You gotta really follow them, look at them deep in the financials, the fundamentals, their moat, everything. But let me think about it, Casey. I'm gonna get back to you in a little bit. One growth stock, because honestly, I've been following SoFi a little bit, but also, you know what, one that is coming up to mind right now, Nvidia looks really good. It's still trading at what is it? What's the forward PE? I think it's at let me see right here. It's at a 21 forward PE. They're forecasting over 60% revenue and earnings per share growth. Man, and 2027. If I have here the numbers for this year, I don't have here the numbers for 2027. Yeah, I think the forward PE for the earnings for 2027 that they're forecasting is probably gonna be like a 15 or something like that. So Nvidia looks really good. Not financial advice, of course. You gotta take a look yourself. You gotta do your own research, but Nvidia does look really good right now. I think it does. Meta is the one that I just chose and I started buying. I'm still buying, which I'm gonna show you in a second too. I bought a little bit more, but Nvidia is one of those. Microsoft, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Microsoft is very, very oversold. I know it can go down some more, even though it has run up in share price as of lately, but it's still trading at 22 forward PE, And remember, this is they have so many products, man. Let me catch up with this. Let me catch up with this to see who else is in there. And guys, don't forget, hit the like button. Very, very important. That's all I asked for. Hey, today all of my positions are back in the green as I dollar cost average. Let's go, SMPR. Let's go. DCA. That really works, man. That really works. Moving to the English room. Be right back. Okay, got it, Casey. Dímelo, Dani, ¿qué pasó? ¿Cómo estamos? Nice. There are a few Hispanic females on YouTube. Sorry, don't remember their names. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple people on Eduardo. If you're still there in the chat, there's a couple people that do have Spanish channels. Also, you know what? Hold on. This one too, Finanzas con Estilo. He does it in Spanish. He has a Spanish channel there too. Which I watch. I watch sometimes whenever I get a chance. I watch it because I can speak both, right? Yo puedo hablar de los dos, no importa cualquiera de los dos idiomas. But yeah, so I watch his videos and a couple other people's videos. I was just watching Joseph Carlson's video, which was pretty interesting. He was talking about Nike, which Nike. If you're, oh my gosh. And I know we spoke about Nike before. I don't know. Let me know your opinion in the chat. People in the U.S. are not taught investing. From James, what's going on, James? Yeah. Also, people in Hispanic countries are not really taught about investing. But right now with social media, I think you can learn a lot. But you gotta be careful too, because not a lot of people are how can I say this? Some people might just be how can I say this without being controversial? Some people might just be looking for a benefit for themselves, you know what I mean? Just be very careful. Which is funny, because we sure are good at gambling. Gambling businesses have been doing well. James, Tim, I actually applied for a part-time job. Oh, nice. It's a rafting tour company. It'll be fun time. Nice, Tim. Yeah, because I know you retired already and you have your assets too that are making you money. So I'm guessing you probably got bored, Tim. I think if I ever reach like a way or in a place that I have income coming in that I'm pretty good, I think I'm still gonna work. I don't see myself retiring completely, to be honest with you. I kind of enjoy, going to work a little bit. Would you get to fight off moose and grizzlies? All right, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, the rafting tour company. Today my ROF is at 32,100, which is a personal best. Let's go. SMPR. I know it's not a lot for some, but it took me a while to get here. Man, we all have our own journeys, just keep on going, definitely say it proudly. Don't worry about what others think. Yes, there might be other people with like large portfolios, 500,000, but then there's also others with 5 million. And then if they, say something about you, well, there's other guys that have $50 million portfolios. And then you have Warren Buffett with billions of dollars, always be proud of your journey, always be proud of yourself. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to continue growing. And that's great job, man. Great job. That's about what I have. Nice. Your portfolio, bro. Transparency goes a long way. You deserve way more subs. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope you subbed, though. I hope you subbed. Yeah, I show everything. I'm going to show you guys actually my portfolio performance. Let me just make sure I didn't log out yet. Yeah, let me just do that. I think I got to catch up. Even though I have a lot of comments here. I'm scrolling down and I have a lot of comments. But yeah, you know what, Eduardo, with that right there, let me just go ahead and show you guys real quick. It was just a couple purchases. And guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Very, very important. Only got 15 likes and 24 of you guys there. Look at what Eduardo says, and I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy it. But let me show you guys real quick. And man, I forgot to put a screenshot of the credit card points. But I'll show it to you guys. All right. So the way I started last week, I bought one share of SCHD, of course, on April 2nd, which was Thursday. I did have to make the purchases on Thursday because Friday the stock market was closed. So I made the purchase on Thursday. I did get paid from my second job on Thursday, which it was great timing. That was definitely great timing right there. I deposited a little bit over $100. I deposited into my taxable. So of course I started with my one share of SCHD. at a share price of $30.46. Then I put $20 into Meta. I still think it's a buy. I know it ran up in share price, but I'm still buying fractionals. I'm still doing. After I bought the four full shares, I put another $20 in there, and I wanted to put more. Honestly, I wanted to put more. And let me know there in the chat if any of you guys are buying Meta. But I added another 0.035 shares at a share price of $568.08. Then I bought some more Vici. Lawrence, if you're there in the chat, I bought a little bit more. I put another $20 in there, which it picked up another 0.727 shares for me at a share price of $27.48. So that was a nice, I like this purchase right here, honestly. Then I put another $20 into Visa. Also, if I had more money and I was able to deposit more, I would have bought more. I would have bought more. But share price was at $299.16. So I was able to add another 0.066. Then Main Street Capital, I put another $20 in there too. I think the share price right now is good. I know it's still above my cost per share, but I want to continue building up my portfolio or my position in my portfolio, growing the monthly income. And Tim, you know, I already turned on the drip, so it's something that I'm excited about. And then I picked up another 0.391 shares. So share price was at $51.14. Then this was a purchase on the growth portfolio. I've been trying to grow a cash position. I've been putting like somewhere around $50 every week to see if Google continues to go down in share price. So this week I added, or last week I added another $50 or $60. And I put $20 towards Amazon. I wanted to go under $200, but the share price was at $209.03. And I think I'm going to regret not buying a lot more Amazon in 5 years from now, because Amazon have been growing, or Amazon is such a large company, so diversified, so many businesses. I've been posting on X a couple of things, you know, AWS growth, you know, I'm pretty bullish on Zoox too, on their robo taxi thing, or well, robo taxi is really Tesla, but I think that's gonna be a good business for Amazon, plus everything else. But AWS, if it continues to grow, it could be a very, very large sector, a very large business in Amazon. Then with the credit card points, I got $44, which I'm going to show you a screenshot. You guys know that I'm always doing that. And I bought one share of SCHD because I always put the credit card points towards SCHD at a share price of $30.42. And then I was able to pick up another 0.479 shares of SCHD at a share price of $30.42. So that was the other 14 something, like, you know, almost $15 that I put in there from the credit card points. I'm gonna show you, and I'm telling you, man, you know, and Anders mentioned there earlier, them credit card points, they can definitely, oh my gosh, what did I do? I really, this is the only thing that I don't like about the Apple pop-up menu. But let me show you guys real quick right here. Hold on, let me just pop it up right here a little bit. And I just used this credit card too for everything that I purchased this weekend. But you can see $44.75 got deposited into my account on Thursday. So on the same Thursday, I went ahead and I put that money to work right away. And good thing I noticed later in the day, I went back and checked. I went and taking a look, and I'm like, let me see if I still have cash for the weekly challenge purchase that I gotta do tomorrow, because I posted the poll today. But I'm gonna make a purchase tomorrow on whichever pick wins. And then I noticed, and I'm like, hold on, I got more than what I should have. So when I took a look at the history, it showed that deposit. So right now, so far, since I opened the credit card in 2024, I've received $662 in points. That's how crazy it is, and that's how amazing it is to, of course, you gotta use your credit card responsibly, guys. You cannot just go ahead and use it and load it up and not have the cash. Every time I use it, I have the cash, or I will have the cash because I budget my uh with my checks that I'm gonna get, or that's how I worked it out. So every 2 weeks I usually pay it off, and that's it. And every month I get some nice points, and I've been using this credit card more for my daily things than in bills. I also added bills to this. That's why I've been getting a lot more points, because anyways, I'm gonna pay the bill, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead, put them on this credit card, and that's it, and just get the points. But it has been man, and I started buying SCHD with it. What is it, like a year ago or something like that? Man, and he's definitely helping building up that position. All right, there's a lot of comments here. All right. Let me just catch up. KC, August 23, started investing with 14K, now at 62K. Nice, man. Nice. You see, little by little, man, you can grow that portfolio. Was going to add $40 to Procter & Gamble. However, I hit the wrong button and bought Pacific Gas and Electric, PCG. Oh, wow. Did not mean to do that. Oh, man. Oh, boogie, man. I mean, I guess, hopefully you can sell it. Hopefully you can sell that. I know you've been buying Procter and Gamble, but man, oh man, hopefully you can sell it at a nice gain or something, and then you could just buy back into Procter and Gamble. Honestly, Procter and Gamble right now is like very low, right? I think it's like at 142, somewhere around there. Let me take a quick look right here. Procter and Gamble ticker symbol is PG. Procter and Gamble. So yeah, it's at 142. Ooh. I like it right here at these levels. Yeah. Very mature company, guys. This one is not gonna grow like crazy and shoot to the moon. But I like it. I like it long term. I like this company long term. I mostly like it because I use all their products pretty much. So yeah, wow. I didn't mean sharp, meant good share growth over time. Oh, good share growth over time. Okay, got it. Yeah. Let me think about it. LOL. It happens, East. Sorry, done. Man, I must not be looking in the right spot. Not even sure how I stumbled into this community, but I'm glad I did. Oh, awesome, Eduardo. Thank you for the compliment, man. James, have been loading KTOs under 70. Is it KTOs or TKO, James? I think you were looking at TKO, no? Oh, no, man, it might be that one. I thought you were looking at TKO, no? What, weren't you the one? Kratos Defense and Security Solution. Let me see. 22%. Wow, it's up 166% in the last year. Forward PE 95. Wow, from 569. Price target upside from here, they forecast 30.5% to $96. Oh, yeah. I think you did mention this one before. Because I remember aerospace and defense. Yeah. Wow. Wow, there's a lot of upside coming up. Everyone, don't forget to give Jay his like. Yeah. Thank you, SMPR. Thank you. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. James will be 125 plus in weeks. Yeah, no, it looks good. Looks good. Probably got some good contracts, right? Maybe government contracts and stuff, especially with the war going on. Man, I saw gas prices for something. $4 and something cents a gallon. It's Boogie Anders. I'm going to buy a new set of glasses. It happens, man. It happens. Hopefully you can sell it soon and just buy into, your the stock that you like. After the problem I had with MS Azure last 3 days, hence the 4 p.m. lunch. Oh wow. Yeah, eating lunch at 4 p.m. Wow, that's crazy. Let me see. But I know that because a few times in my job, Anders, I had to eat lunch like around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Because I had meetings like, oh my gosh, meeting after meeting. Well, it might be a good investment for you. I also learned last week my company is part of SCHD. Oh, nice, nice. That's cool. Some are shields for certain stocks. Nice. What are your thoughts on the market tomorrow with 8 p.m. deadline from Trump? Is this I haven't, oh man, I gotta be a little bit more active in the um I gotta be a little bit more active in the X, especially the past 2 days, because I was up there in the Kalahari, over there in the Poconos pretty much. So I haven't looked, but I think I saw something about that they gave a deadline, 48-hour deadline to Iran with the Strait of Hormuz. I'm thinking that's what you're mentioning, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, with the way I'm seeing things, with this war with Iran, there's always a lot of, oh, war is over, war is not over. We're giving a deadline. I I don't even know what to believe anymore, Danny. I don't even know what to believe, but I kind of want to be ready, and that's why I'm also building up a cash position in the growth portfolio, because that's where I want to, make some larger purchases, and hopefully Google, which is the one that I want to buy more of, does go down in share price because of whatever reason. I know there's nothing wrong with the company. I know the company's still strong, strong fundamentals, strong balance sheet. They're investing in capex. I think that's something very positive for Google, for Amazon, for Meta. Those investments are going to help them out in the long term, especially with cloud and AI. Is going to help them. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. It, Something that is concerning me really, it is the prices of gas, because it's going to continue to drive up inflation, which is something we spoke about earlier with the plane tickets. It's already rising in share price, in price, sorry, the tickets and stuff. So, which is very concerning. And that's going to translate into, transportation also, of the goods. And it's going to cost more and more. And I'm a little bit concerned about that I think, maybe the stock market will take a more of a dip, a little bit more, than what they are expecting. And I'm trying to get ready for that just in case. I don't like timing the market. I like to DCA like I have been doing all this time, but I also kind of want to be ready to see if I could get Google at a cheaper price. Especially that's the one that I really wanna buy more of. All right, let me see. I'm sorry I couldn't, really answer your question, Danny, but it was a good question though. Very good question. Don't get me started in Nike. One of my worst investments. I'm down 46%. Something with Nike. I don't know how many of you guys are shareholders, but I pulled it up right here. Let me just zoom it in a little bit more so you guys can read it also. Um, but if you can see, revenue $11.3 billion. This was their latest earnings report, remaining flat compared to previous years. On a currency neutral basis, revenue actually declined by 3%. Earnings per share 35 cents, which surpassed the estimate of 29 cents. But this still represents a 35% decrease from 54 cents reported in the same quarter last year. It's not good. Net income $0.5 billion, so $500 million, down 35% year over year. Gross margin declined by 130 basis points to 40.2%, primarily attributed to higher tariffs in North America. But I don't think that's the only thing, And let me see. Look, Nike Direct revenue fell 4%. Wholesale revenue grew 5%, which is good. But that's that. North America, revenue 3% revenue growth. China, let me see, continue to struggle, contributing to the overall decline in Nike brand. Also, Converse experienced a steep 35% revenue decline. That is not good. That is not good. But look at this right here. And this is very concerning. Q4 2026 guidance. Management projects revenue to decline 2 to 4%. That's meaningful for a company of this size of Nike. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is just my opinion, right? I don't, I'm not management and I don't know how to run the Nike business, right? This is just my opinion right here. But this is definitely their own fault, and I think Nike, one of the things that I think hurts Nike, and they might think that is like good for their brand is the whole resellers thing, which is okay. You have and you're able, right, to release millions of, let's just select a shoe, the Jordan 12 flu game, right? And you could make millions, but then, or whatever many millions, right? But then you only decide to make like 2 million shoes, for them to sell out quickly. And then you do the raffle, and it's only this many that we can raffle, and this and that. And then you have all these other guys reselling your shoe for double, triple, quadruple the price of what you're selling it. And people are buying it, right? Because it is a shoe that a lot of people like. Why are you not making more shoes? Why are you not selling that much? Why are there so many of your customers wanting to have the shoe, not getting it, not being able to buy it? A lot of those people that did not get the raffle, they didn't win, they're not going to go ahead and spend $400, $500 for the shoe, so they end up not buying it. So that's a loss of sale. Every time you don't sell a shoe, yourself is a loss of sale, and I think that's one of the factors in here. There's also the many brands right now. I just bought my mom some Hoka brand. She said that they're extremely comfortable, very, very comfortable. Nike's, what was it I was gonna say? And I was on the roll right there, but the way they're making their shoes, it's not even like, you can tell that they are cheaper and cheaper. They're less comfortable than before. I don't know, man. Like, and I love the Nike brand. That's what I have in here. I love it. It's not, that's my frustration with it. Like Nike's such a good brand. I grew up with it, and I like it a lot. But this is all their own fault, and can they uh can they grow from here? I think so. I think so, but they just somehow have to do something, do a 360 or 180 to the company and change a whole bunch of things, because this is really not good. It's really not good. And there's also a lot of more competition. There's Hoka, there's New Balance also have been taking a lot of market share. What's that other one? Skechers, like so many. And also, if you see, many of the influencers are also making their own brands. So that's also taking market share. And I think Nike, I know that they're mostly into sports, and they're a very big sports brand, but, maybe it's time for you to, um, get some of these guys, some of these influencers or something. I don't know, that you could put under your wing or something. I don't know. Just do something different, man. But I think this is really their own fault, and I don't know. I'm hoping Nike does recover from this. It's gonna take, I think, years for them to recover, but yeah. All right, let me catch up. Bored. Winter was rough. I've got cabin fever to the extreme. Okay, that's why you got the part-time job. Oh, hold on. Let me show you guys my portfolio performance real quick, because that was the last thing I wanted to show you guys. But if you guys see right here, my portfolio is at $36,688 total. The month of March was one of my worst. I'm down $1,795.55 in the month of March. Thankfully, the month of April, so far only 2 days, but I'm up in the positive $100. But this right here was a good time for me to buy. And I bought. And also in the Roth IRA, I bought a nice amount of SCHG, which it was money that I wanted to use for VGT, but I couldn't hold myself. I like SCHG a lot too. So, so I bought like a nice amount of SCHG in my Roth IRA, but down $1,700. That definitely hurt. But I did see it as an opportunity though. And then you can see that in the last 3 months, 2.54% positive returns from it. Most of the year has been positive, which is good. January and February, both months. In January, positive 5% returns. In February, positive almost 3% returns right there. Then if we take a look at the last year, you can see 14.3% positive returns. Last year in April was a really bad month for me. I was down 4.3%. Not as much as this March, but that's when also I bought. And I don't know if you guys remember, anybody that has been with the channel for a while, but you guys know that I bought Google right here at these prices. I was buying it before then, but then I bought a little bit heavier in April. And it was in April and March, somewhere around there. I was buying a little bit heavier, and now I'm sitting down on over 70% returns in my Google position. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then in the last 3 years, I'm down to 12% positive returns. I had over 40% positive returns in the last 3 years, but it is because of the drawdown right now, the pullback in the last month that I had in my portfolio, which is it brought me down a lot in returns right there. But this is only temporary. You know, I'm not gonna be looking at this and say, oh man, I gotta sell all of my stocks and, you know, just that's it. You know, I'm done with the portfolio. No. Whenever there's a pullback, I take a look at my at the businesses that I'm holding, see if they still strong, they have strong fundamentals, and they are cheaper with cheaper valuations. I'm just gonna buy more. All right, let me go ahead. I think I gave you guys the portfolio update real quick. Because you guys are very active in the chat. There's a whole lot right here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to go through all of it. But there's 27 of you guys there, only 21 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Very, very important. All right, hoping for a good red day to make some more buys. Bought 40 shares of ZS. What is ZS? Is that Zoetis? Let me see. I think we took a look at this one. Oh, no, Z-Scalar. Look at this one, ZS at $139. Okay, I'll have to take a look at it at the stock to see. AMC up 29% in the last 3 days. I'm gonna short this back down. Wow, James. I started with ATT paper shares. Nice. Wonder if I have any paper shares anywhere, but Norway flipped to digital early. Oh wow, nice. Being a pretty crazy transformation over the years. Yeah, I sure do not miss having to call my broker. But amazingly, they had no problem with a 14-year-old doing trades. Wow. A lot of these styles like DCA and day trades will not work or be as profitable when you have to buy in blocks and pay fees. Wow. Yeah, now it's a lot simpler. Freedom Journey. Okay, my full portfolio is VOO. Just now started another portfolio, Income Focus. Started with QQQI, SCHD, and Devo. Nice picks though. QQQI, very, very popular. I've also seen a lot of Devo, which is a lot of people are very, very bullish on Devo too, which is nice. But nice portfolio though. Done with Meta for now, even when I want to buy more under 600. Oh, okay, nice, Danny. But I know you have a nice large position, so very understandable though. Very understandable. From Thomas, hello, Jay. VOO is doing a split. Soon other ETFs in Vanguard. So VOO was added to the list. I had that. We went through the list, VGT, VUG, and a couple other ones, but I didn't see VOO. So I gotta take a look. They added VOO list. I saw, didn't see it there. Yeah, I didn't see it on there either. Thomas, I have to take a look. I have to take a look. PR en la casa, dímelo. Freedom Journey, let's go. Vamos allá. Nice, nice. All right. James, KC, first 100K is grind and starts to get easy. 5% is 5K, etc. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, James, you talking about this, right? Um, you talking about this, but I was like, man, I did very good timing with Netflix. And let's say if I had like a very large portfolio, like $1 million or something like that, and I have put in like, $100,000, just DCA that $100,000 into Netflix, I'll be up right now. 19%. So what is that, like 19% of $100,000? Isn't that like 19 grand? I will be. I think it is. So man, if I have more capital, I could definitely, have some nice larger buys or larger trades in there. I own both, but loading KTOS. Nice. Zoom out. Yeah, I think we did. This is going to be a monster. The PE out the window. Yeah. The forward PE shows like it's gonna be there's some nice growth coming. Might be time to buy shares in shipyards. Okay. You got any ticker symbols? Whoa, what the hickory stick? Didn't know you were live. Oh, X. I'm sorry, man. I posted it. I was up in the Poconos, so I got here like an hour and a half or 2 hours ago now. By now, I got here like around 5:30. So then I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and hop on the live. So all right, okay. Have class. See you in 45. All right, Casey. See you. Let me see. Nike shareholders. You mean Nike community members? Probably. I forgot what did I say, Eduardo? But very very good detail right there that you caught. Tim, Nike is like Target, buyer beware, competition. Yeah, I you know what, Tim? I'm with you on this one. I am with you on this one. I'm very nervous about both. With Target, it's just Walmart, Amazon, and Costco are gonna be the three juggernauts in that sector. And I don't see Target. I know Target, gives a nice experience to a lot of the customers. But if I'm not mistaken, foot traffic have slowed down, right? A lot. And people like to do the shopping online and then just go pick it up at the store and stuff like that. But there's a lot more. I think businesses like that are going to go more towards the delivery. Okay, I'm busy. Let me order real quick while I'm at work on break time, and I get it delivered. By the time I get home, it's right there delivered in my front porch, in my front door, and I just don't have to drive to the store. And I think a lot more is going to be going that way towards those kind of businesses. So Target needs to evolve into that, I think. I might be wrong, but I see a lot more of that kind of business. And unless you offer such a experience like a Costco, which I think Costco offers a way better experience than a lot of these other businesses in general, especially when you have a $1.50 hot dog, and a lot of the Costco customers, they are in the like how do you call that, like the salary cap is like the mid-income, higher income, community and stuff. So I don't know, I'd be very very worried about both of them, Nike and Target, both of them. I think I'm just very bullish Amazon too. So all right, let me see. $3, 5K in treasuries, 3 to 5K in treasuries. I'm investing in SpaceX. I give it 5 years, and these animation studios won't be shy about using AI. Nice. I'm gonna keep an eye on SpaceX. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm a little bit interested. The only thing is that I think it's gonna be too pricey, though. With what they are producing in revenue compared to the market cap that they wanna accomplish, $2 trillion market cap. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Board. So what you are saying is that I need to retire and move to Philippines, Cambodia, so you can come hang out in the winter months. That's a good one right there. And I want to see what Tim answers. Hello, hope everyone's Easter was great. Alex, nice. Happy Easter. I do hope everybody's Easter was also great. Mine was definitely great. We definitely have fun, a lot of fun. But happy Easter, Alex. I will rent a room from you for a couple winter months for sure. Nice. I was really close this morning. Really close. Anders, are you a Dark Souls guy? Moro Shell 2 looks sick. Oh, nice. I am not, X. More of a farming simulator and EverQuest. Okay, got it. With some strategy game toss. Let me see. Rob Mitchell moved into KSLV onto After the War. Thoughts? From Rob Mitchell. I don't think I've seen you here in the chat before, Rob. But we can take a quick look. Are you still there in the chat, though? Let me see. KSLV. Oh, silver. I don't know. I don't know what to say about silver, though. Because I know it has gotten pumped. Has gotten pumped a lot. I don't know. I will be careful with silver. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be wrong though. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It's just I don't want to give you an opinion that I don't without any knowledge on it though. I don't want to give you an opinion without any knowledge, Rob. This one has 11.23% dividend yield. Oh, this one does it holds treasury bills. And he holds some silver. Expense ratio 1%. I don't know what to say about this one. I'm sorry. I really don't. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, Rob. Let me see. X. Highly recommend you try Dark Souls Remastered, Demon Souls, Bloodhorn. Nice. Curve. Let me see. Curve has a few nice ETFs. I hold AMZP and TSLP. Okay. Yeah, Tim has more knowledge on those than me. HRL, my biggest red, close to 52-week low at the moment. Goes ex-dividend day 413 from B-Hole. Let me see. Hormel Foods. Okay. This one, 5.35% dividend yield. Nice. Let me see the dividend stats right here. Ooh, payout ratio 131%. Are you worried that they're gonna cut that dividend? Dividend growth 1.75% dividend growth. They have grown their dividend 60 years. I think they're trying to hold it because they're a dividend king. It's also not good. Let me see. Yeah, they have slowed down their dividend a lot. Their dividend growth by a lot. They're slightly growing it. I would just be careful. Yeah, it's just their revenue is pretty flat. It has grown like 1% year over year. Let me see their net income. Yeah, net income has also slowed down. Their earnings per share 0.33. Shares outstanding. Let me see. They are issuing shares though. They are issuing shares. Profit margin, only 6%. Operating margin 8%. Gross margin 15%. Free cash flow margin 9%. I thought they would have like more profit margin on this business, this kind of business. But only 6%. Hmm. I would just be a little bit worried. I have to look X. Let me see. I have so many games on my Steam account I haven't even installed yet. My backlog is over 80 games. Wow, that's a lot. Don't have any time to stay. Just wanted to say hi. Nice, Brainchild. Thank you. Thank you for the support, man. And there's this is why I want to retire by 58. I need 15 years to catch up. Wow. Wow. Man. And this is gonna be gaming. Costco has made a living of people expecting to pay $100 for things they need, but end up spending $300 because of the deals. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what happens. That happens to me all the time. I spend at least like $200 every time I go, or at least 150. But it says yeah, they have some good deals, and whenever I buy, like I buy a couple of things of detergent, it will last me like a while. I buy meats and I um put them into frozen bags and then just put in the deep freezer. So that will last me a couple weeks, so I don't have to go like all the time and stuff. And I separate them. So yeah, that I agree, Tim. That I agree. Let me see. The worst part from bringer of dividends. The worst part is that I hit my limit with Nike. Don't want to put more than $4,000 into it, so I don't want to average down. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Bringer of dividends. I'm just hoping everything gets fixed and you don't lose any money. I'm hoping you don't. But their brand, I don't know, man. I'm just very doubtful with their brand. They don't have, you know, they don't have the moat that they had before. I don't think so. Hormel is a good example of that mature company that is stuck in the mud. Dividend King, yeah, but it's a trade sideways kind of company. Yeah. It hasn't been growing the revenue, nothing like that. I wonder why though. Is it that because there's a lot more people going into healthier ways, I'm guessing, so they don't go into those canned type of items, like potted meat and any other. Um, so many better options. Okay, than Hormel. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. But let me just pull up all of my positions since I caught up to the chat. So anybody else that has anything else to say, go ahead. Uh, let me see. Um, so let me show you my positions real quick. So you guys know they're in the chat. Let me see, what time is it? Oh, it's 8:16. Okay. So you guys can see that SCHD, of course, is at the very top. If you guys can see it right there, let me know. Let me see. Let me zoom it in a little bit more. To 135%. Yep, that's a little bit better. So 402.5 shares of SCHD. I got $10,800 invested, almost $11,000 I already have invested in SCHD, up 14% in my position. Some of my shares that I bought in 2022, 2023, I'm up, I think it's like 20 something percent in share price in some of the shares that I bought then. Probably maybe like 40 50 shares or something like that, but very very nice share price appreciation from SHD long term, though not as crazy as VGT or anything like that, but very nice. And I love the dividend growth on SHD. Johnson & Johnson is in my second spot. Wow, 55.2% of unrealized gains in Johnson & Johnson. I'm liking this, and I'm glad I loaded up like in the 150s and 160s. My cost per share is $155. Some people say maybe I should sell it and and put that into something else and then just buy back into Johnson & Johnson later on. Which, yeah, Johnson & Johnson is a very mature company, very reliable, defensive, and a lot of investors park their money there. Because yeah, it's a great company so far. Not financial advice, guys, though. Meta, I'm up to 4.357 shares of Meta. I'm down 10%. I got $2,700, which is the most money that I have invested in a single stock. That's in Meta right there. So $2,700 invested in it. And I think I'm not done. I think I'm gonna invest in it a little bit more in Meta. But the other two companies that I like is Alphabet, Google, which I'm waiting for the share price to go down, but it doesn't. It doesn't want to go down, and it is right now $299. I'm up 81.6%. 81.6%. Oh, hold on. And my cost per share is at $165 right now. So I want a little bit more of a pullback, and I'm waiting to see what's going on with this war and see if it maybe somehow it will drag down Google to lower levels, maybe like similar PE ratios as last year, hopefully. I think I'm being a little bit maybe too picky, or maybe I don't know, too conservative. Because right now Google is still at a hold on. Right now Google is still at a 25 forward PE. So I don't know, compared to other tech stocks, these are good levels right here. But I do want it at a lower forward PE at least. Maybe like at a 21 or a 20 before I start buying once again. So I want it down to like 260, maybe somewhere around there. And then I want to start buying once again. But yeah. So that's on Google. I'm being a little bit picky. I have $250 something I have in cash right now, waiting for Google to have more of a pullback so I could just put it into Google. I only have $1,300 invested in it. That's why I want to grow it up even more. 81% in gains. Amazon, I'm also still not done buying. I think I'm going to be every deposit, I'm going to start putting maybe half into Amazon, half into cash. So that's going to be like $25. And I got 10 and a half shares. I'm up 6.2%. Share price at 212. My cost per share at 200. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I should still DCA into Amazon as of right now. And then Realty Income, 35.7 shares. I turned on the drip. So once I start getting some monthly income once again or monthly dividends from Realty Income, it's just going to drip right back into it. Share price at $61. My cost per share 55. I'm up 11.6%. FXAIX, I haven't bought any S&P. And honestly, it's because I see some good deals in other stocks. I think these are good levels to buy the S&P right now, in my opinion. Not financial advice, guys. But 8.4 shares, I'm up 25% in my position. Yeah. I might regret this, but I really like my other purchases that I made, which is Meta, Visa, Vici Properties also, which Visa is next. I'm up 3.6%, 6.2 shares. My cost per share is $292. Share price at $303. I like it at these levels. I've been bringing on my cost per share, but it's okay. I like Visa long term. Procter & Gamble, I'm down 2%, which is one that Boogie's also buying. And share price at 142. My cost per share 147, which I brought it up. My cost per share was at 138, but my position was very small. So I did bring it up, and I started buying like in the 150s, and then about a little bit heavier in the 140s. So that's why I brought up my cost per share. Right now, I like it, but I've been buying other companies. Maybe that will be different this week if it stays in those levels. Vici Property 65.4 shares. I'm down 6%. I'm liking it right now. I would love to get Vici Properties to 100 shares, and hopefully that that will be the goal. I'm guessing for this year, maybe. I don't know if I should still set it up or not, but I would love to get to 100 shares of Vici Properties, and I'm just gonna continue buying a little bit at a time while it's under $28, $29. I think on the $29, I'm gonna continue buying. Let me see. Netflix, I'm up 19%, about 12 shares. That was my initial position, which I wanted to start. With Netflix, it's at $98. I think it's a bit pricey at these levels. So I'm not going to buy. If there's a pullback for whatever reason, President Trump says something, there's a pullback in the market, and I get some nice opportunities, or maybe a nice opportunity in Netflix, then I'll buy some more. But as of right now, if he doesn't go to like $80 or somewhere around there, or to my cost per share, I'm just not gonna buy any Netflix in the near future just yet. Maybe later on, once I build up my Google and my Amazon some more. Main Street Capital, I'm up 31%. Yeah, I'm bringing up my cost per share, but I really want to build up that Main Street Capital position, 19.7 shares. And I only have $800 invested in it. I had like $700 for the longest invested in Main Street Capital. I kind of anchor to the share price, which it was like 30 something dollars, somewhere around there. But I just want to start buying once again. Build it up. It's still a little bit pricey, but it also trades at a premium. Main Street Capital. So yeah, I bet if I had extra cash, I will buy a couple more shares. I would love to get to like maybe a 30 shares position. Now I'm kind of changing my, before I was okay with 25 shares. Then I bought one more share on it. So I went up to 26. But my goal really was 25 shares, and that was it. But I kind of want to get to like 30 shares of it as the portfolio continues to grow. Portfolio is now at 36,600. So yeah. Let me see what else. Coca-Cola, small position, only $500 invested, 30.8%. Oh my gosh. My cost per share is at $59. Should I sell? Should I not sell? Look, I really like the company a lot. So yeah. Pfizer, I'm still holding. I'm still waiting on it. 23.5 shares. Nice dividend yield that I have on it. 10.1% in the negative in Pfizer. They have grown their revenue the past 3 quarters, so I have hopes that they will continue to grow. If not, then I might sell it and put it into something else, and I'll probably go into something like SCHD or something like Vichy Properties, Main Street Capital, something like that, like higher yield, because I don't want to lose any more of my dividend income, which I did when I sold my Bank of America and my Starbucks. I kind of lost some of my estimated yearly dividends, which now I brought them back up to $932. So that's great right there. Estimated yearly dividends. You can see that I get my most from my ETFs, which is SCHD and FXAIX. That's $443 from it. Real estate, $233. And then consumer staples, $73 a year. Financials, $78. Financials, I want to grow it even more. And that's where Main Street Capital and Visa also are in the financial sector. So that's one that I want to grow even more. Healthcare, $94 is pretty much Johnson & Johnson, $54, and then Pfizer, another $40 in the healthcare sector. So let's see where it goes. Communication services, $9.15. That's from my Meta position, which is my new one, my newest one. So let's see where it goes. I don't have the drip on Meta, though. I don't have the drip on. I should have turned it on. Only $2 that I'm getting. So yeah, let me see the are you still holding on to Pfizer? I think that stock time has come and gone. Yeah, probably. I think you're right. I think you're right. If I see an opportunity soon, I want to see the next earnings report to see where they're going. Because I know that they were releasing a new drug, I guess, and I think it was gonna be, I forgot which one it was. I'm sorry. But yeah, there was like some news about a new drug that they might be releasing, or they had some good news on it. I really didn't read much on it, but yeah, I think it might work out for Pfizer. But let's see, let's see. I might move on though. I might eventually move on. I think there are better opportunities out there for that money, and yeah, I want to see if I can add a little bit more tech to this portfolio too, to complement SCHD in the long term. Let me see. Grok says hold. All right, Tim. $20 purchase in Google at current price buys 0.0666 shares. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I might, I might start buying soon, but I think with the way everything is going, gas prices continue to go up. I have a feeling, I might get like a nice pullback in Google that will not make sense. You know what I mean? Like one of those that has happened before where the sentiment is just, you know, sentiment before was that AI was going to disrupt it. In this time, I don't know, maybe some sentiment with the, oil prices will disrupt Google or something like that. I don't know. Something that doesn't, maybe make a lot of sense. And I could just go ahead and buy back into Google once again and optimize or maximize my returns in the long term in Google. But yeah, Google is one though that I regret not putting into the dividend portfolio, to be honest, because I think I want to hold Google very long term. I like it a lot. Same thing with Amazon. I think Amazon is another one, and maybe this growth portfolio will turn into a dividend income portfolio too. But I think Amazon eventually will pay dividends, maybe once it matures a lot more as a company. And I think there's a lot of growth into Amazon in the future. I'm just looking at the way they have their businesses or how their business model is. And I think that's the future. I just think that's the future. And they also have Prime Video, AWS, Dukes. They just have so many businesses. Advertising. They're making a lot on advertising. So, you know, Amazon is looking, yeah, for the future. I like it a lot. Let me see. $10 into Procter and Gamble buys 0.0699 shares at current price. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Throwing a few dollars here and there into Procter and Gamble. I'm gonna see where they go, where my $100 that I deposit this week go. I can't deposit anything extra this week because I only get paid from my first job. So I'm gonna have to split that into a few of them. And especially, I'm liking Visa. I'm liking Vici Properties, Procter and Gamble at these levels. Meta. I'm still liking Meta. Maybe I'll put just $10 into Meta just so I can put a little bit more since I have such large position now compared to my portfolio holdings, and just put a little bit more into these ones. But I like these three right here. I like Visa, Procter and Gamble, Vici at current levels, and Meta too. I like all four of them. Main Street Capital, I'm trying to grow it. Not a huge, extreme fan of Main Street Capital, but at these levels, I mean, not. I like Main Street Capital. Okay, I just at these levels, I think it can come down a little bit more. But I also know that it trades at a premium, so I'm just gonna continue throwing a few dollars here and there. Netflix got sued, didn't they? Something about illegal price hikes. Yeah, in Italy. Something in Italy that I haven't read the news yet on it, so I gotta take a look a little bit more. But supposedly they are they're being sued for some illegal price hikes that they did in Italy or something like that. So let's see where it goes. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, to be honest. A lot of these companies are get, especially large companies like this, they're gonna get sued all the time. People trying to make money. Same thing with Meta and Google. Didn't they just get sued from somebody that got addicted to to their apps and stuff, to YouTube and Facebook? So then now they're suing and for that, and it just happens with all of these companies. People trying to get money, you know, for whatever reason. Some might have good intentions, or they are right about it. Some might not. I don't know, but that gets decided in the court, right? But yeah, drip the KO while you decide. Not a bad idea, Tim. Not a bad idea. I like the company long term, and I get. Let me see. I get almost $5 in dividends every quarter from them. So yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Jay, did you make any SHD updates on the list? Not yet, but hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up right here. Let me just zoom it in a little bit more. Good? No, be a little bit less. All right. So yeah, Alex, let me know how many shares do you have? Let me know there in the chat. You were at 54. Alex has been like on fire. You know, I don't know if any of you guys play NBA Jam back then, but when I used to play NBA Jam and it was like, after 3 shots, you used to be on fire, So Alex is on fire right now. 54 shares already, and it started with 9 shares in January. Alex has a good story right there. So, behind it. But yeah, let me know there in the chat. Anybody, how many of you guys are here? Let me see. There's 22 of you guys there and 28 likes. So don't forget, leave me your SCHD share count there in the chat right now. And don't forget to hit the like button if you just joined the chat. All right, let me see. Alex, I'm going to be waiting for your share count. Let me know there in the chat. Oh, I'm a 5 share. Nice, Tim. Hold on. Where do I have you? I brought you up here. Tim. You're always here in the chat, so I had to bring you up. 5 shares of SCHD, Tim. Let's go. Nice, man. Got $1 dividend in March. So let's see. I do have to put the June dividend though, Alex. I do have to do that. I have to put the June dividend, which hopefully I'll work on it this week. I'll add it in there. So in the next update, we'll do that. I also got to make a video for the dividend income I received in March and the Q1. I got to show you guys that too. And also the SCHD dividend growth over the years in my position, which I've shown you guys the chart before. Love it. Love the new chart that I just made, tracking the SCHD dividend. But yeah, and I'm telling you guys should make it too. And I can show you guys how to make it real quick in Google Sheets. To be honest, it's very easy. So you can track your SCHD dividends. Woo, Tim, let's go, man, Tim. Let's go. I thought that YieldMax code defeated themselves. Turns out that Kimmer's reign of terror continues on X. A Fox business has some guy recommending YieldMax to retirees. Wow. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta be careful with some of these investments, But yeah, wow. Let's see what happens. Tim, that might be worth a fishing hook in Cambodia. Here's hoping. Or maybe a 6-pack of beer. Nice. Man, I like that these guys are just, already planning retirement over there, hanging out and stuff. I don't know. Hopefully later on in the future, maybe in a couple of years, have a nice stream of income. Maybe YouTube is doing good. Maybe X also doing good. And I'm able to maybe visit you guys over there in Cambodia. That would be pretty cool. And Anders, you got to show me around, man. That would be pretty cool. And I don't usually drink, but I might do it, with you guys. Just 1 or 2. All right, I'm at 60 now. Let's go, Alex. Let's go, man. I'm telling you, man. Alex is on a roll. 60 shares already. So you have added, what is it, 51 shares in 2 months? 51 shares, Alex, in 2 months. Oh, man, that's impressive right there, man. Definitely impressive, man. Wow. And guys, don't forget, this is not financial advice. You guys got to do your own research. But let me know there in the chat if you guys have any SCHD shares so I can update it in the spreadsheet real quick. Maybe half a beer, LOL. SCHD 967. Anders, man. Anders has been, oof. Started at 612 shares in January, now at 967. Wow. You definitely passed your goal, which it was 633 shares Now you're 152%. Oh man, that's definitely great right there. LOL, Tim. Eduardo, I have one share of SCHD. Hey, we all start somewhere. We all start somewhere, Eduardo. You know, I started with what was my first purchase? My first purchase on SCHD, I think it was like I think I had purchased like $100, and the share price on SCHD when I first bought it was like around 70 something dollars a share. You know, before they did the split, the share split. So that was my first purchase in SCHD. I think it was in 2022 or something like that. I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'm gonna show it to you guys. I think I did on X, but I'll do like a new screenshot so I could show you my purchases. But I think it was like around $70 or somewhere around there. So man, it has come a long way. You know, it has come a long way, and it has grown very, very well. You know, just stay positive. And you know what, Eduardo, a few times I only bought like $15-$20 of SCHD, you know, and yeah, that's pretty much what I was buying. Like hold on, I got 402. Let me update it right here. But a few times I bought like 15, 10, $15, $20, whatever I had. I bought into my favorite ETF pretty much. And I have grown my position to 402 shares. You know, this is not including the ones that I have in my Roth. Those are separate. But I got 402 shares in my taxable right, which, you know, little by little. And I'm telling you, the power of the compounding, 5, 10, 15, $20, it can definitely add up over the years. You know, don't get discouraged. Anybody that starts trolling or anything like that on X, don't pay no mind. They do it all the time. I get sometimes some trolling on X, but you know, I will, you know whose opinion I will be like, okay, I gotta listen to this opinion or something like that, you know. And he will not troll me. He will be somebody like Warren Buffett, you know, like Dev Kentesaria, or like who else? Ray Dalio, like any of those investors. I will definitely listen to them, if they tell me something or if they troll me or something. But I know they won't, because I'm still a new investor, I'm so much smaller than what they are, and that's why I don't listen to anybody that tries to troll me. I do listen to the people that motivate me, that are very supportive. Those are the ones that gotta drive you, to continue to invest and continue to go, regardless, I'm telling you, the power of compounding. You don't need to have, and it's like sometimes, some people want to wait until they have thousands and thousands of dollars to then start investing, and right now at this time, investing much different than it was before. And you can start, I started with $200, Eduardo. $200. That was my very first deposit. $200, and now I have, and that was into this account. It was into the dividend portfolio. But yeah, $200, and I just grown my portfolio to like almost 40 grand already. So I'm hoping that, in the upcoming years I have it at 100 grand. That's a goal that I have in mind, and hopefully it will. All right. Done with the yapping. Let me just continue right here. It's Boogie SCHD 1065 Boogie. Let's go. And let's go. 1065. Boogie has a goal of 1,300 shares by the end of this year, and you're doing great. You're up, your progress 82% of the way there. Tim, at $5.20 per year with SCHD. Yes. Yep. Yep. $5. Yeah. 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 Tim has a lot of, assets. So, but it's awesome that he joined the list, though. It's awesome that he joined the list. Yes, but at a 5% to 10% dividend increase, I can dream of that in a quarter. Yeah, nice. Very good response right there. Jay Thomas, I'm at 196 right now. Nice. 196. So you're almost at 200 shares. You're almost there. Wow. You're only 4 shares away from 200. And SHD has been on a dip. Bring of dividends 163. Let me see. Bringer of dividends, where are you? I know you're here. Oh, right here. 163. Let's go. Madden 160. Let's go, Madden. Madden was one of the last ones that I added, actually. It has been active. Watching the videos and also replying in the chat. Oh, wow, you hit your goal already. You should bring up your goal if you want to, you know. But yeah, you hit your goal already. Let's go. 842 for me. Let's go, man. Let's go. 842. Wow, Nice. Nice. I gotta put the June dividend. I'm gonna put that this week to see where we're gonna be at. But that's gonna be some very nice dividends. So 200 something bucks. Easy. I'm at 383. Let me see where KC. 383. I know you've been buying SPY and a few other ones, right? All right, let me see. Posty dividends. I don't know if I have seen you here before, right? I don't think I have. 8 shares of SCHD and 8 shares of DDDD. Dividend can. Oh, you're from X. You're from X. Dividend can. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go. I can add you in here. I'll follow you on X if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me put it right here. Coasty dividends. Let me see. 8. I don't invest in DDD, you know. I'll move up all of these, you know, later on later this week, I think. But yeah, I don't invest in DDD, you know. Hopefully it does perform well. I think that's the Yield Max SCHD ETF. I'll look into it in a couple months to see where the performance has been. Congrats, Madden. Yes. Let's go, Madden. Let's go. Let me know if you want me to bring up the goal, or is that it for you for 2026? Like, are you stopping at 160, building other positions? That's not, you know, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. Let me see. Jay Thomas. My goal is 250. Jay Thomas. I didn't have your goal, I'm guessing. I probably. Okay. Got it. You go for 2026 is 250. You're 78.4% of the way there. Nice. Let's go. 2009 to 2013, BTI was $40 to $80. Why didn't I buy at 14? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, we could say the same thing about Nvidia. I think it was like $1 probably. You know, somewhere around there. But yeah, I know. I don't know about you, but at 14, I think I was playing. What was I playing at 14? I wasn't playing. What was I playing? Man, I forgot what was I playing. Probably playing Resident Evil, most likely. That's what I like. I think I was doing, you know, Resident Evil and stuff like that. I used to love Resident Evil. Oh my gosh. X, you know, that was one of my favorite games back then. Mortal Kombat, what was Killer Instinct? I don't know if you ever played that one too. That one, you know, I played that one. Let me see what else. Oh my gosh, so many games. And I think at 14, actually, I started playing basketball. I was very into basketball. And the NBA. Posted dividends, yes. Oh yeah, they follow you. Let me see. Can we make my new goal 180 shares? Running out of money. Madden. Well, we still have a long ways to go. 180. Okay. Yeah, you want to bring it up. Okay, 88%. Yeah, let's see, man. You know, you never know. Eduardo, add me to that list. Share goal of 1K. I sold my car, now I have a beater. Okay. Share goal of 1K. Hold on, Eduardo, do I have you here or no? Oh no, you said that you're new to the channel, right? So let me put you right here under Coasty dividends. You just gotta stay active in the chat, please. That'll be very, very important. I can then move you up, and some of the people that I have here, if they don't, if they're not active anymore. Miguel is active in the chat. But he watches the video. So I gotta some of the people here actually what they do, they don't watch the live streams, but they do watch the videos. So I do have to make a SHD update. That is on me though. That is on me. That one is on me. So I do have to do that. So let me know their share goal of 1K. So 1,000 shares. Is that what you mean? Can you write down the numbers there for me? And then also I wanted to tell you, my car now, I have a beater. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I drive a 2001. I drive a 2001 Eduardo. And it takes me to work. And it brings me back just like another car will take me. And before that, I was driving a 2004, I think it was. So you know it's I'm also not a shower. Like I don't like to brag and things like that. I do like to enjoy my money, like in things like, for example, going out to eat with the kids and doing things like what I just did, which it was go to Kalahari, took out a couple $100. I was like, you know what, this couple $100, let me just take the kids over there, and 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 then what I do is that, I like to spend time with the kids, take them places and all that, and investing, and I want to invest a little bit heavier. Hopefully in the upcoming months also, I invest a little bit heavier. I'm picking up some more hours to this Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm picking up some extra hours. So I'm not going to be able to do the live stream on Wednesday, but let me see if I could do the Friday DCA Friday episode. I might not be able to. Let me see. But that's the goal right there. And I do drive a 2001 and it takes me places. So, for the family though, I have a 2016 Honda. So yeah, for them, I do have something much newer that I finished. I paid it off. I had a loan and I share it here. Eduardo. I was sharing my goal. And you know what? Just so you can see it. Let me see. Is it goal number 2? No, this is when I have VYM and I sold it. But look at it right here. This was the car loan, a Honda. I shared this. I don't know if any of you guys remember this. But I paid it in what was it, like 4 years? 4 and something years. So, and I had like a 6-year loan or a 5-year loan. No, a 5-year loan. And I paid it like in less than 4 years, something like that. But I was working hard and I was making extra payments into it all the time. My payments were like $400 and I was making payments of like 500 something, 600 something, sometimes $700. I did that and I paid it off. I paid it off in April. Yep, in April of 2025. Yeah, April of last year. I pretty much did. So yeah, no, would I buy me a newer car? Yeah, if I had the money, or I guess I do have the money, but I don't want to. I don't want to spend it on that right now, but yeah. All right, I'm thinking of changing my goal, but I only hold SHD in my HSA and IRA. We'll have to add to a taxable brokerage, so mulling it over. Okay, M. Your goal is 800. Oh, yeah, but you already hit your goal. 842 shares right now. Your goal was 800. So, I see what you're saying. Like, have a higher goal. Got it. Yeah, you don't, if you don't need to do it, I wouldn't do it. Unless you really want to continue investing in SCHD. I drove beaters for 20 years, never had a car payment, driveway repairs. No worries. Yeah. I do my own repairs too, though. Oh, man. I do my own repairs too, to be honest. And I got to order some brakes for the Honda. I got to change the brakes and the rotors. I just drove it. I just drove her now to Poconos. And, she never tells me anything. I always have to drive it and find out for myself that it needs something changed. Um, so I just noticed that it's vibrating a little bit. So I gotta go ahead and order some rotors and brake pads. I'm gonna be doing that in the upcoming weeks so I can change them one day. But yeah, yeah. Anders could have retired 15 years ago if not for my sports car addiction. But have had a lot of fun though. Yeah, I guess it all depends, right, on what you like. But sometimes also, if you make those sacrifices for some time, for a period of time, then you could go ahead and enjoy, the remaining of of your time. But yeah, I guess it's I don't know, it's a tough choice, right? You wanna invest, but you also wanna enjoy life. So what's the best way to balance it out? I don't know. I guess that depends on everyone, right? I'm new, bro. Yep. You're new to the list. Just let me know there in the chat. I'm sorry. How many shares do I put right here? And the goal. Tim, I had a 2023 Porsche GT3. Nice. And now I have a 2002 Ford Mustang and I don't miss it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. Porsche GT3. Nice. Oh, Thrill. What's going on, man? What's going on? How are you, man? Yes, 1,000 shares. I only have one share I bought today. All right. Let's let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's put 1,000 share goal, right? And one share right here. And then I'm gonna update it. I'm gonna update it later on. So I'm gonna update it. If you continue to show up, I'll move you up also on the list. But wow, that's a very nice you know, I was and never did a taxable, just 401k. Okay. But not really, not really. You know what I mean? We all make different decisions, and we all learn, and it's never too late, Eduardo. It's never too late. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's never too late. You can invest at any age, and sometimes it's also better, to invest when you have more knowledge, right? It all depends on the scenario, though. you know you won't regret this decision. Yeah. Nice, nice, Tim. Yeah. Hey, Tim, seeing compounding is crazy. I also have kids with 529 accounts, but never made an account for myself. Why? Because I wanted to have the flashy sports cars. Shaking my head. So yeah, it happens, man. But you know what? It's also sometimes it's good to learn that way too, Eduardo, because um this can also help you in the in the investments now, because maybe also you would have, if you would have invested before, maybe it would have been into the wrong things, right? Maybe, I don't know, into stocks that probably could have caused you to lose things. I'm a big believer of, things happen for a reason, and if it's happening now, that you're starting to invest in a taxable and things like that, then it's for a reason, and it's probably a very good reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think you're on a good track, and you already have some history with investing and all that. So that's even better. That's even better right now. So yeah, and the guys also have a lot of knowledge here. So yeah, send me to Mars. That would be my flex. X. Man, I'm thinking like you, man. I would love to go to space. That would be one of the things. You know, there's a few things that I want to do in life. One of them is which is more I guess is more realistic, which will be like I want to train MMA. I really do. I really want to train to do MMA. It's just a little bit expensive and I don't have much time, but that would be something that I would love to do. I like the sport, of MMA. And one of my other ones is like, I would love to one day in my life go to space. I think that would be so cool. That would be so cool. So I'm with you on that one. I am with you on that one. Get in line, X. I signed up 10 years ago. We were promised Mars 3,000 years ago. Oh, man. Anders is another one also. Holding on to my 2014 Silverado until I reach my monthly income goals. But that Rivian is calling my name. Pray for me. I think who else is a fan of Rivian? Who was it? Was it Lawrence? I think it is. That is also trying to buy a Rivian. No, there was one of the guys in here also that is and it does look nice though. I hear you. I hear you on this because it does look nice though. The new Rivians. I forgot which style it was. I gotta take a look in Google, but there was one that looked really nice. But yeah, as long as you can hold, and yeah, I'm gonna try to hold myself too, even though I want to get me like a smaller car. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Let me see. Anders, my next vehicle will be a scooter in Cambodia or Philippines. Nice. I don't think you need to pay any insurance or nothing like that. You could just charge it at home. That is great decision, Anders. Great decision. Eduardo, if you decide to hang out here, you're in good hands with advice and experience. Yeah, there's a little bit of everything here, Eduardo. I tell you that. Eduardo, I'll be here next live stream, Tim. Turn on. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you. Say it right there. Turn on notifications. Nice. Nice. And I'm sorry, I have a busy schedule this week, Eduardo, and everyone. But after this week, I should be back to normal, though. After this week, I should be back to doing the Sunday night, the Wednesday night. I kind of like doing the Monday nights, to be honest with you. And we didn't take a look at the stock market today, but I usually like to take a look at the share prices, where it's at in the after hours. So it is something that I do like to do. So yeah. But yeah, thank you, Eduardo. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's go. Let's go. All right. And there's a Coasty Dividends. My boss has a 3-engine R1S. It is nice. And hurt my neck in launch mode. Ooh, nice. I mean, not nice that you hurt your neck, but nice that it has power though. And I like the truck though. I like those trucks. Hold on, let me pull it up right here. Hold on, you know what? I don't need to show my thing. What is it, Rivian? Yeah, I have looked at the Rivian R3 and the R2. Those were the ones that I was taking a look at. This one, the R3 or R. Yeah, I think this is the one. Let me take a look at that one, the R1S. Let me see. The Rivian R1S. So if you see it right here, these trucks look pretty nice. I'm not a huge fan of the headlights. But you can see I like this color right here. I like this color. I like this blue color right here, and I like the rims a lot. I really like the style of these Rivians, to be honest. And look at the inside. The inside looks pretty nice too. Look at this. That looks nice. I like this color. And this green right here. This was the other one that I liked. I like this green right here. And then you have the R3, I think it is. That's the one that I was looking at before. And this one looks pretty nice. Like a small, like a nice small car right here. This one looks pretty nice, but I think it was, hold on, the R2. Let me see the Rivian R2. I think this is the other one that I liked. It looks the same. The same as the other one. Yeah, this is the one that I liked. The R2. This one looks pretty nice. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan is the headlights, but like this right here. But I'm okay. I can let that slide, because I like the style of it though. I like the style of it. All right, let me see. I just got hit with a big. Hold on, let me go back to the screen right here. I just got hit with a big tax bill and had to change my tax deductions at work, and also had to increase my 401k contribution. This will affect my SCHD goals. All right, man. Well, no worries, man. You know, everything you got priorities, right? So, where are you? Where are you? 24. Yeah, you got a lot of you got a lot of shares. You got 2,400 shares. So yeah, not not bad right there. But yeah, but no, yeah, I see. With the tax bill, and I'm gonna have to work on that too myself. For the upcoming year. So so man, that's always bad whenever you have to pay taxes. Pay more than what you already paid, pretty much. So you gotta pay taxes on your weekly paycheck. You gotta pay taxes on everything you buy at the stores. And then you gotta pay taxes also on your property if you have property, and then you gotta pay taxes at the end of the year or beginning of the year whenever you do your taxes. So yeah, man. Uh Dímelo, David. What's going on, David? Hey, Jay, how is it going? Behold, retired, bought a 2025 RAV4 last year. You heard handing over cashier's check. Our last new car was in 2006. Oh, but if you bought it cash and you had the cash and you retire already, yeah. So, at Toyota RAV4, and that's one of the most popular cars. I'm sure you'll take care of it. Your last new car was in 2006. So lasted you 19 years. That's great right there. That's really great. That means you take very good care of cars. So this RAV4 lasts you another 19, 20 years. That's great. That's a great investment right there. I don't know, whatever everybody else says, but I think that's a great investment. Because you're still gonna need it. You still need it to move around and stuff like that. So, I don't know. This is just my opinion, not financial advice, guys. But man, great move right there. Love the move. Love the move. Honestly, especially with a RAV4. RAV4 CRV, great, nice. Small cars, reliable. You know, yeah. Boss on Microsoft. Oof. And not financial advice, guys, but don't blame you. Don't blame you. Right now, Microsoft at a 22 forward PE. I'm liking it too. Even at 372. I think it has run up in share price as of lately, right? Let me see. I was taking a look at Microsoft before MSFT. If we take a quick look, past couple of days is up almost 4%. It's still down 9.2%, but it reached as low as $356. So yeah, it's such a strong company. Investors are forecasting, or analysts are forecasting, a 60% price target from here. $596. So I like it. I like Microsoft at these levels. I have it on SCHG. So, and in SCHG is how much percentage? Hold on. Show you right here real quick. Let me show you real quick. So Microsoft is 7.5% of SCHG. One move that I kind of want to make is really Nvidia, Tim. I know I have spoken about this before, with you and chat, but man, I kind of want to do a swing trade on Nvidia. Yeah, because of the forecasted future and stuff like that, and how much market share they have on their, with their products. And but yeah, Microsoft, nice, man. Not financial advice, but definitely nice buy. Like the buy. I finally did my taxes. Glad that's over with. Yeah, nice, X, nice. That's good. It sounds like it ended up in a good note, so that's good. He just did Key West to Raleigh, with 4 recharges and no other stops. Oh, nice. With wife and kids. Wow. And I'm sure they were charging their devices, right, too. So wow, nice. I like those Rivians, to be honest with you. But one thing I think is Tesla. They have a, hold on, I'll show you right now. I think they have a good deal. Hold on, let me see if they still have it. Uh, Model 3, Model Y. Yeah, if you see, they have. I don't know if this is true or not. Hold on, let me just. But supposedly, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys right here. But it's gonna look very small though. It's gonna look very small. But if you see right here, 0% APR on the Tesla Model Y. And right here at the top, you can see it right here at the top. 0% APR available. And I know I have very good credit. I don't know. This is yeah. It's just I don't want to get into car payments. But 0% APR, I think I could definitely qualify for that. $3,300 down, 72 months. You know, I could probably work on paying it off quicker, just get extra hours and stuff. I don't know. This is one deal that I was looking at. If I get into payments. And then I have my own house, so I could go ahead and put a charger here. I could pay somebody to put a charger. So, but 0% APR on this one, on the Tesla Model Y. Yeah. I don't know. That's what it shows right there, man. So that's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal at all. It shows it right here too. Look at this. 0% APR available on the Model Y. I don't know. It's calling my name. It's really calling my name. I'm pretty sure the RAV4 is made in Woodstock, Ontario for the North American market. Okay, nice. Let me see. RAV4 is hybrid Japan import. Oh, he got the hybrid version. And the hybrid version, I have driven it before from somebody else. And I like it. I like it. Honestly, I like it. That makes sense. The Toyota plant is moving forward in Ontario to produce the EV. Okay, nice. Jay, go for it. Sell Coke and buy Nvidia. Man, I'm getting very tempted, Trill. Very, very tempted to make such a move. Honestly, just because I've done a little bit of research on Nvidia, and I've also done a little bit of research on SoFi, which is another one. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the hype around SoFi, and I know a lot of people see it as a meme stock, maybe. But if it continues to grow and it continues to grow their customers, which I posted on X, I forgot. I don't know if it was like a week ago or so, but I also posted on X like if SoFi continues to grow their members numbers definitely looking attractive, in maybe 3 to 5 years from now. So like if I'm looking that far to buy now and hold it for like 3 5 years. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting very tempted though. Some of these, and I might regret not making such moves. Especially that Coca-Cola. Maybe I should say, you know what? I like the dividend income, but it's only $18. I can continue buying SCHD and get that dividend income back real quick. As I continue to buy SCHD heavy. But yeah, not a bad idea. At $665, so that will pick up a couple shares on Nvidia. But yeah, looking at those two, man. I'm doing a little bit of research on them. I'm doing some research on them. If I had the money, I will get a Lucid. Ooh, that's pretty cool. A Lucid brand. Let's see. Oh, we took a look at these ones. We took a look at Lucid. Which one though? The Air or Gravity? Nah, they don't Their website is like, All right. Let me see what else. Hold on. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I'm with Thrill here. Damn, my kind of new. But yeah, man. Oh my gosh. The more and more I do my research on Nvidia, how much market share they have. I honestly, and guys, this is not financial advice. Just remember that. But I kind of feel like I'm definitely gonna, be in the green. Like I just feel like for sure I'm gonna be in the green in 2 years. Like by a nice amount, by a nice margin or a nice percentage. So I don't know, man. And that's just me. That's just me. And don't take my words for going to invest. Just remember that. I gotta always say that. Make sure that my channel doesn't get banned on YouTube. So yeah. But oh man, the more and more I do my research, the more and more I want to make a crazy move. Black cyber cap with white interior. That's what I want. The Venom mobile. Oh, nice, nice. Venom was one of my favorite villains, though. Let me see. SoFi, it is Jay. Danny, trust me, Danny. Trust me. I'm looking. I'm doing a little bit more and more research, and I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. But I want to compare it to Robinhood. So let me see. Jay, I have 10K shares at $9 on SoFi. Eduardo, what? In my 401k, seeing it take a 50% hurts, even if it's unrealized. Wow, wow. That's why no single stocks. Something that I'm going to tell you is, of course, once again, I got to say not financial advice. But I think it's very important to hold SoFi a little bit more long term, a few more years. I think it's going to be very, very important to hold longer. Just remember, Amazon was at, if you expand, look at this. Not say that SoFi is an Amazon, but look at this. If you expand the max on Amazon, right? You can see it right here at $1, $2, and this is probably post-split. But you can see that in 2002, 2003, look at this. It wasn't even like that high. $2, $3, $4 a share, right? And look at it. Anybody that held it for 20 years made money. That's why it's very important to have a long-term horizon or long-term mindset, because look at this. If you bought Amazon in 2007, at least, at $3 a share, and you held it till now, yeah, I think that's what is very important about it. But yeah, Jay sell KO for Nvidia and sells FXAIX for SoFi. Oh man, or vice versa. Yeah, no, it looks, oh my gosh, both of them look, and it's just, I want to take a little bit, and I know some people are probably gonna be like, oh, but Jay, you're crazy, and hold on, let me drink a little bit more water. But people are probably gonna put in the comments or maybe say, oh, Jay's crazy, investing in some of these companies. They don't, selling the S&P and and such and such, and Coca-Cola, such mature companies. S&P, you get, over time, 8 to 10% growth year over year, pretty much. So the only thing is that, to give you guys a little bit of a background, is that my 401k is on the S&P. I have a nice amount in there, in the S&P. Plus, I have in my Roth IRA, I have SCHG and SCHD a little bit. But I have a lot more SCHG, which I feel pretty good with it. So definitely most of my money is in ETFs. Definitely most of my money is in ETFs, index funds, pretty much. So my positions right now, even though they look a little bit large here, I'm guessing because of my portfolio size, when I put it all together into one spreadsheet, they're very, very small, very, very small. So if I do such a thing or make such a move, like this right here, this S&P 500 fund, it's not much. It's not much. I have a lot more in my 401k in the S&P, and that one I'm holding until 60 something years old. So, you know, but it's just, I kind of want to get a little bit more risky since I have such a large position in SEHD, which I feel pretty good. It continues to grow, slowly, but share price continues to grow, which I'm okay with it. And then the dividend growth on SCHD has been awesome, has been crazy. So that's why I'm thinking about making such moves. I think it's crazy moves. I wouldn't tell everybody to do it. You know what I mean? It all depends on how you are. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of context as to why I am considering such moves. And Tim has been in here. That's why also Tim put it in the comments because he knows I have explained this before. But I just wanted to tell anybody that is new to chat here. So that's why, I might make such moves. That will be like out of nowhere. Hey guys, I sold this position, bought this other one, but adding some Nvidia to the dividend portfolio as a swing trade doesn't sound like a bad idea. Behold, Nvidia dividend has room to grow, pays 0.01% per. Yeah. So if I buy Nvidia, I don't think I want to hold it like very long term. I think I want to do like a swing trade. And if I don't know, yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm the forecasted growth looks very very good, and if revenue and earnings per share continue to grow the way they are forecasting, it should also bring up the share price with it, right? So yeah. Save some money for SpaceX IPO, Jay Thomas. Yeah. Yeah, let me see how I can grab some money to SpaceX. I am going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep an eye on it on SpaceX for sure. Air. Oh, the Lucid Air. Okay. I tried to take a look at the website, but it didn't come up. Okay, kids, I got to do some work that actually needs my concentration. All right, man. See you later, Anders. Take care, man. Good night, sir. Good seeing you tonight. Yep. Eduardo, what 401k you have that allows you to buy stocks? Very good question. I didn't think about that, but very good question because I can't buy any single stocks. X, you think SpaceX will dump once available? I want to throw a lump sum in, but I don't know. So X, honestly, I don't think, I don't know either. I think the $2 trillion though valuation that Elon Musk is trying to achieve is too expensive. The business right now, from what I've seen on some news on X, they only announced it makes like $20 billion or somewhere around there. So it really doesn't make sense, compared to something like a Amazon. You see, Amazon has a $2.28 trillion market cap. Elon Musk wants a $2 trillion market cap for SpaceX. But if you see right here, yeah, in a quarter, look at this, the revenue. $213 billion. And he's only at a $2.2 trillion market cap. So and SpaceX, announced that they make $20 billion. So that's like way far, valuations or multiples are going to be crazy on it. It's just, I don't know how long is it going to take for it to make money. Will it make money in the future? I think so. I think Elon Musk is just very, very smart guy, and he will definitely make the business work. But because you see how advanced Tesla is, they still, their deliveries have slowed down and things like that, car deliveries. But he's definitely a very smart guy, and as long as Elon Musk stays alive, the business is going to continue to grow. So yeah, it's 9:22 already. All right. But I don't know. I would just be very careful, X. I'm going to keep an eye on it. You got to be careful with the pump and dump though. Be careful with it. Eduardo de Trio, my work uses Stifle. They charge crazy fees. Oh, okay, okay. If you're not sure, why not spend half the cash to open the position? Hmm. Eduardo, it's the first time I hear a 401k that allows you to buy single stocks. Yeah, me too. Now that you mention it there, yeah, me too. First time. Same here, Jay. My 401k is 100% S&P. So in my Roth and taxable, I am more aggressive in shooting for as much growth as I can. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, Danny. And that's why I'm thinking about making such moves. But I'm still doing my research though. I'm still not 100% sure on them, but because I don't want to just jump in. Um, but I'm liking them. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's just say, and I do want to have a little bit more um, of an aggressive approach to it. Same thing that you're mentioning there. So yes, that's the same thing that I'm doing right now. For example, with Meta. I think I saw an opportunity. I like the business model. I use their business because I use WhatsApp, I use Facebook, I use Instagram, not as much though. But I see all their advertising, that money that they're making, and they're big on advertising. So I like a lot of things on Meta, on their business. I see that their multiples to me are cheap. To a lot of other people are cheap too that I see out there. So I'm like, let me just jump in and complement SCHD with Meta. Will I sell in the future? Possibly. I think a lot of investors do, right? Even super investors buy and sell. Even Warren Buffett has done it, right? But I kind of want to take a little bit more of an aggressive approach. That's why I also started my IBIT position. Bitcoin is speculative, right? But I wanted to have a small position in IBIT just to see where Bitcoin share price goes, right? And if it goes up, that will be great, and that's what I'm expecting. And I'm hoping for, right, that it goes up from negative 27% that I have right now to hopefully, very nice percentage in the green, right? I don't want to try to guess a share price right now, right? But I want to have a little bit more exposure to other things that I think maybe makes sense for me to invest in. I don't want to just to buy because I'm still doing my research, but I do want to be I do want to have a little bit more of an aggressive approach to grow some of these positions, and then maybe in the future, which is something that I also been thinking and I have in the back of my mind, is adding something like a QQQI, GPIQ, something like that, SPY, which is something that the guys invest in too, and bring some nice income because I do want to. Still, my goal is to have some good dividend income that I can use to pay some of my bills, and I don't want to sell some of my positions. Like for example, SCHD, never want to sell it. And then maybe later on I'll do something like that. I don't know yet. That's future talk, but some things that I have in mind. X just may, Tim. Hopefully FOMO doesn't eat at me. Yeah, you just gotta be very careful with the SpaceX. I will follow it, but yeah, just be very careful, especially with those numbers that I just showed you. I think SpaceX has next to no competition. That puts a premium on the stock. Yeah, I just think that the $2 trillion market cap is too much of a premium, though. But let's see where it starts. Especially with making only $20 billion in revenue. And I just showed you the comparison with Amazon too. But yeah, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. X. I'm also thinking about Grok. I think 5 years we'll be making full high quality movies. Probably. Grok is pretty. Grok is pretty good. For sure. I use it. I use Grok. Eduardo the Thrill, I did not know other companies don't allow that. I thought it was all the same. No, no. Yeah, I'm with Thrill on this one, Eduardo. I did not know there was a 401k like in a company that can you could pick stocks. I thought maybe like a separate brokerage or something, but um in the 401k that I'm at, they have like index funds only, and some of them charge crazy expense ratios, which is what I used to have before, man. And I know I'm repeating myself once again, but man, I'm glad I learned about investing, here with the community and stuff, because um, I I had only a small percentage in the S&P, and then the rest of it in some of these other high expense ratio funds that were charging me crazy prices, and I was not even growing, my 401k. So, oh man, and now it has been performing very well since I made the changes, especially with the S&P, performing well. What's going on, Ryan Williams? Let's go. What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Thank you, Ryan, for showing up, man. Really appreciate it. What up, man? Hey, Ryan Williams, happy Monday. Happy Monday, bringer of dividends. Don't forget to update your SCHD shares. You've been busy in that category. Ooh, Ryan Williams. Yeah, you're right here. You're right here on the list. Yep, with SCHD Stan. SCHD Stan has been buying a lot. Has been buying. I think he's like 8,600 right now, somewhere around there. I gotta get active on X once again though. I gotta get active on X. I haven't been in the past 2 days, but I really had a lot of fun, man, going to the Poconos this weekend. That was a lot of fun. And I've been working, and I'm gonna be picking up extra hours right now on, like I told you guys earlier, on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm gonna be picking up extra hours. So let's see. Hopefully, probably won't be able to make any videos the remaining of the week, but I'll definitely try. But there will be a Sunday night live stream for sure. I should be able to. All right, thanks, Tim. I'm at 546 shares now. Wow, Ryan Williams, 546. Let's go. Nice, man. You know, and 600 share goal by the end of 2026. So you are 91% of the way there. Nice. Oh man. But yeah, this is crazy. All right, let me see. Luis Ortega. Fidelity brokerage link is how I can buy stocks with my 401k. Not sure if all are eligible. Once you enable it, you have to adjust the contributions. Okay. I'll remind you every time. LOL. Yes. Craig's position is pretty unreal. Yes. I like 8,600 shares, something like that. Elvis is also another one that I'm following, and he has been also trying to buy as many shares as possible. Those two are like, going right there head to head or neck to neck. I've been trying to get my wife's account up to 100 shares. Nice. She's at 88 right now, I think. She's watching the stream with me. Oh, nice. Thank you for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. But wow, 88 shares. Nice, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Every share counts, and wow. Yeah, 100 shares right around the corner, Ryan. Right around the corner. Let me see. Nate, I am now over 2,000 shares of SCHD and hit my goal. Nice. I'm around 50 shares now. Do I have you here on the, let me see. No, I don't think I have you here. Oh yeah, I have you here. Yeah, right here. But you're at 2050. Nice. And your goal was 2,000. So you already surpassed your goal, man. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Yay. Have you shared what you do for work? So I work in manufacturing. So I have two jobs. I work in manufacturing. That's my expertise, I would say. Yeah, a lot of years working on that. And then the other one is in the healthcare sector, kind of. I'm not an EMT though, but I'm kind of like involved in the healthcare sector. That's my second job right there. So I'm picking up some hours on that one, on my second job. But yeah, in manufacturing. I don't want to say where yet. In the future, you'll probably find out. But yeah, I have more experience in manufacturing than anything else. But yeah, man, I think we spoke about so many topics today. The 2 hours, yeah, over 2 hours we have been in here. Uh, Nate, now you need a new goal. Yes, yes, he does. Yes, Nate does. Nate needs a new goal, and a couple other people. Who else was it that updated the goal earlier? Somebody else had updated the goal. But yeah, great man. Yeah, Danny. Yep. Just trying right here. I'm picking up as many hours as possible, and yeah, just trying to stay active. I want to invest more, but I also want to have fun with the kids, and that's what I did, or that's what we did this weekend, going to the Poconos. That's why I wasn't able to do a live stream last night. But since I got here at 5:30, I was able to go ahead and hop on the live stream today. I couldn't let you guys or leave you guys hanging, for sure. But man, today's live stream was definitely great. The whole time. What else? I don't think I have anything else, guys. I think this is gonna be it for me. And thank you everybody for showing up. Really appreciate everyone's support. The futures are a bit red, but nothing crazy. Yeah, next time I'll probably take a look at next time we'll take a look at the after hours for sure. But I wanted to give you guys an update on the portfolio today. I think that was very, very important. Anders needs a new goal. We can pressure him next stream for that. And yeah, true. That is true. Anders, it was a 633. Yeah, but Anders has been buying a lot, especially after he made the moves that he made. Have a great night, everyone. See you Wednesday night. Man, I might not be able to, Danny. I might not be able to do Wednesday night because I'm picking up extra hours this week once again. Have a good one, everyone. Eduardo, really appreciate that you just joined and you stayed the whole stream, Really appreciate it, man, and let's go. X, take care, guys. So, yeah. So, pretty much, guys, I think I gave you guys all the updates today. No math needed from me. You guys missed a chance for free info. Yeah. Next one, Tim. Next one, you'll give us some math right there. But let's see what I do in the near future with some of my positions. Thank you. But yeah, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. I think that's very important. That's all I ask for. Don't ask for anything else. Just the like button. A good night, everyone. Nice, Ryan. Have a good night. To you too and your family. Boogie, good night. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, pretty much don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I think that's very important. And do like Eduardo, turn on notifications so he's ready for the next live stream, which it should be Sunday night. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Wednesday night, but Sunday night, I should definitely be on live stream and I'll give you guys a portfolio update. I got to make also the video for the dividend income for March Q1 of 2026. Oh man, I got so much to do. But I'm also picking up a lot of extra hours at work. For the few things that I need to do and need to buy. All right, everyone. I think this is pretty much it. So, like I always say, I hope you enjoy this one.